Hi everybody, how you doing? Welcome back, It's me, I'm Grant, and you're my team, and I'm recovering from a little bit of the Rono, so let's carry on.
Part 2. Crimson Flower. Guardian Moon. The Master Tactician. Having crushed the Alliance's army and captured the Great Bridge of Myrden, the Imperial Army prepares to attack Deirdre, the Alliance's base of operations.
Professor, please do not be concerned. I just did too much overworking and lost my strength.
Are you okay?
Yes, I have no problems. Accept my apology for giving you worry. I have sorrow. I am sorry to be fainting at a time like this. Even though I was not asking for your care and attention, you gave it willingly.
It was the least I could do.
I am thinking that is incorrect. Will you have a listen to me? There is something that I must be saying. I am thinking you already have knowledge of why I came to Fódlan. Not for studying, but as a hostage for the Empire. So that Bridget would not be rebelling anymore. It feels like a knife against my throat. That I am making my grandfather obey the Empire. Because I am a hostage, it is not an option to be giving up. I must be fighting, and winning, and staying alive. I must do anything to be making life better for Bridget. To be making Bridget and the Empire stand as equals. That is what my people are wanting from me. And what my grandfather, the King of Bridget, is wanting.
And what do you want? You must take care of yourself to succeed.
That is a truth. I wonder what I should be doing. I want to be granting the wants of my tribe. So their wants are my own, correct?
Only you can know what you want.
What I really want... I have understanding. Wait, no, I actually do not have understanding. Yet. What I am understanding is that there is something I am not understanding. When I know what my true want is, I give you my promise that I will be telling you first.
I love her. Hey, Hubie.
Nice place, isn't it, Professor? Standing here, you can almost feel the goddess's absence. Discounting what dwells within you, of course. Do you think some punishment would rain down from the sky if this monastery were to be destroyed? Of course not. Even if the so-called Immaculate One came back here for revenge, that would only be a result of this war, not the work of a deity.
Do you hate the goddess?
If it is between love and hate, then I would choose the latter. The goddess failed to properly govern this world. That is why it is necessary for Lady Edelgard to become the supreme leader of Fódlan. Those with power must use it wisely. Is that not a teaching of the Church of Seros? It's absurd to preach to others what you cannot practice yourself.
You're absolutely right.
Yes. It is our humanity that pushes us to step up and take the lead should the need arise. That is not the case for inhuman creatures with lifespans well beyond our own. We must fight to preserve what makes us human. You are the one closest to the enemy. I wonder if you will be able to maintain your humanity to the end.
Of course I will.
You make it sound easy. I find myself trusting you, even with my life. I've already dedicated my life to Lady Edelgard. To throw my lot in with you is inconceivable. But if I had 2 lives to give, I might devote one of them to you. Not as master and servant, but as equal partners.
That may be the nicest thing he's ever said to me. I'll consider it a blessing.
Professor, what is your opinion of Claude? I can't help but wonder what sort of impression he made on you.
He's a schemer.
That is inarguable, and his schemes are still going strong. With them, he's managed to keep the Leicester Alliance from the Empire's grasp.
How has he done that?
Since the beginning, territories within the Alliance have been split between those who support the Empire and those who oppose it. Claude has been acting as an intermediary between the two, essentially keeping the Alliance pacified. As both sides are of equal strength, he's created a situation in which they've all agreed to avoid fighting each other and causing undue bloodshed. By carrying on as though the Alliance is united, he's minimized the Empire's influence there.
It's quite impressive how well his bold scheme has worked out. However, he is walking on thin ice. One wrong move and the Alliance will shatter. Speaking of Claude, Your Majesty, we should not delay in our invasion of the Alliance. It would seem that Claude has some fresh scheme up his sleeve, to no one's surprise.
Is that so?
Yes. The people of Deirdre have suddenly found it difficult to leave or enter the city. We can safely assume he is preparing for battle, but I am certain his plans extend beyond that as well. Do you not think we should take Deirdre at once?
Deirdre, the aquatic capital. A city floating on the ocean certainly poses a challenge. Since it's deep within Regan territory, we haven't had the opportunity to attack it directly. However, now that we have control of the Great Bridge of Myrden, our situation has changed drastically. They can no longer expand their supply line into the Empire, and so we can finally attack Regan territory.
House Regan is not only Claude's house, but also the flagship of those who oppose the Empire within the Alliance. If House Regan falls, the other Alliance lords will be tripping over themselves to join us. That is why we cannot fail to take Deirdre.
Let's go.
Confidence is one thing, Professor, but see to it that you do not underestimate Claude. The leader of the Alliance has had many things said about him. They say he is unbeatable in a battle of intellect. I hear they call him the Master Tactician.
Hey, Professor, something's been bothering me. Remember that suspicious guy I chased after back when I was a student? A knight scolded me for it, but at the time I really thought I was doing the right thing. Now that I've had more experience on the battlefield, though...
I've been looking for you. There isn't much time, so I'll keep this brief. The knights encountered a band of brigands while out marching. It was hard fought, but we prevailed. Our soldiers are highly trained, but the enemy was formidable, and we weren't expecting combat. There were a number of casualties among our troops.
Why report this to me?
There is something I wanted to bring to your attention. The brigands all bore identical tattoos of a scorpion on their arms. Please keep an eye out for that mark in the future.
Oh no.
Don't mention it. If you'll excuse me, I need to get back to my duties.
Heck of a coincidence, right? As soon as I mention that suspicious guy, this happens.
It's good to hear they've finally been dealt with.
But some of the knights died in combat. They died because of what I did 5 years ago. This is my fault. If I'd stayed quiet and tracked the guy down like you said, we would have stopped those brigands sooner. And I wouldn't have blood on my hands.
But he might have harmed the children.
But he probably wouldn't have. Now those knights, they're not coming back. We both know it. This is all my fault.
with you.
Leave it.
We...
Age is but a number.
Impressed yet?
We don't celebrate Rhea's birthday in this pathway.
What's my strategy?
Secret covert mission now with Yuritsa. Special DLC mission.
Understood.
Exclusive to the Crimson Flower pathway. So, yes, I don't know if you can hear it in my voice.
It won't be in vain.
I'm basically, you know, ill. COVID. It's fine. It's not, but it's fine. In the sense that I'm mostly over it. It's just like there's right at the very bottom of my throat. It's like my voice doesn't go as deep as it used to. So for the time being, our Byleth voice is almost blessed with higher vocals, we'll say.
Delightful.
So I've been fighting this since Tuesday. It's now Friday. So I tell you what, since we haven't had like a chat in this Let's Play, in quite a few months actually, let's sit down and let's do that.
Words are unnecessary. Death
Yeah.
blows.
Hi, how are you? It's been a very, very long time since I've actually spoken to you. Things are okay with me. I can't really complain.
All is going
Well,
to plan.
I mean, I could, but if I did, then I'd just, you know, I'd still try and look for the joy and the silver linings and everything, because that's just who I am and that's what I do.
Child's
I'm an optimist. I'm a realist. But for every part a realist I am, I'm also that much of an optimist. It just feels unusual this time, because I think it's because this is the most that I've actively talked in the Crimson Flower during like the grinding sections.
This could turn the tides.
Because part of me is like, I don't want to talk for the sake of talking, whereas the other part of me is like, yeah, but why don't you just fill the silence with like a conversation, as one-sided as it might be, since, you know, I'm not actually getting a reply from you, but that's fine. That's fine. So the gameplay for this was all recorded, as you know, since obviously we did, you know, well, I said that back in chapter 11. Silver Snow has also been fully recorded, because I turned around to myself on the Tuesday that I found out that I like officially got COVID. I thought, right, okay, well, if I've got some time off work, then let's be productive. So I decided to sit there and exhaust my body. You know, smart boy things. Listen to your body. That is probably the best life advice I can give you. Listen to your body. I finished the Silver Snow playthrough in a single day. I sat down and I recorded chapters 12 through 21, so that's 10 chapters, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 10 chapters. Wow.
You are in my way.
And I spent the Wednesday
My heart burns with pride.
just editing it all down. Tuesday record, Wednesday edit, get rid of all that fluff and all that filler. Every support that we've already seen, keep in the ones that we haven't seen, and put ourselves in a really good position for when we return to this Let's Play.
Death grows warm.
You know, which is Blue Lions, which is going to be the last pathway, which is insane. But like, good insane.
I'm getting it.
I'll use this power for the greater good. I'm getting the hang of this.
This sparks pleasure. I am unafraid.
Strength is...
I suppose I could talk about my own fight with COVID and what I've experienced with it.
Take all the strength I
So,
can get.
for me, personally,
Not bad.
it's been, well, surprisingly light. So I guess I just got off really lucky. I think the most annoying part is just the sore throat, because at the end of the first day it really just felt as though I'd swallowed and deep-throated a cactus. Since then, I've literally just been on vitamin C and rest. Well, I say rest, but as we know, content doesn't make itself. Oh, don't worry, I made sure I got plenty of sleep.
No,
And Petra just got Vantage.
my understanding.
And Byleth
I've
just
fully
got Wrath.
grasped this topic.
Show us more of that strength.
What's my strategy?
Time for a Byleth solo. And honestly, I don't know why I bothered putting Byleth in Grappler. I think it was just because titty armor. Real big pretty titty shut down every city. If you want to kick kitty, gotta get a key for me. I'll move everything, plus pay the rent for me. If we in the wilderness, bitches pitch a tent for me, tent for me, tent for me. Get in my body, long hair, no makeup, doing Pilates. All you bitches can't step on my dams, and that is all you bitches is pussies, but like, who is the daddy? Okay. He's a good boy. Right. In case you're wondering why Vantage is triggering for Byleth. I think it's because he's got the Battalion Vantage skill equipped. Because regular Vantage would not be taking effect. Battalion Vantage would. But honestly, instead of Battalion Vantage, I much prefer Desperation, which you get from mastering Cavalier. Tomebreaker and Fierce Iron Fist. So now he's mastered that.
What's the matter? Not hungry?
What is that?
I am partaking in some sweet delights. Is there a problem?
You have a sweet tooth?
Yes. I am a person too.
You have a sweet tooth?
What I eat is nobody's business but my own. If you need something, spit it out. My ice cream is melting.
I came to see if you'd join me for training.
Perhaps after I finish devouring this treat.
Are you really the Death Knight?
I am. And I am not. At the moment, I am Yritza von Hrim. The Emperor and the army know me only as the Death Knight, but he is merely an illusion. A demon who resides in my heart. He is not me. Not who I am at my core. He thrives and feasts upon blood, death, suffering. So while I sit here eating, I prefer to just be myself. Yritza, I would like to be who I truly am. I am incapable of enjoying my dessert with you gawking at me like that. I have no further words for you. Go.
Wow, he likes ice cream.
Thanks for the... Thanks. Tastes pretty strong. What? Yep. Yep. Nice. What? Right now I feel so free. It's nice. Same. Yep. For me? I'm not gonna lie. This is pretty great. What? That might come in handy. Yep. That might come in handy. That was way more fun than I expected. Let's have tea again soon. Next time, more snacks.
A fine result.
believes this off the bat?
I'd never have learned. This is making.
I always was. I'm finding my...
Professor Hanneman, do you have a moment?
Linhardt, of course.
Last time we talked, you mentioned the importance of having goals. I gave it some thought, and in the end, I couldn't find one.
Well, no need to panic. Sometimes a goal can reveal itself to you without warning.
What's your goal, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, mine? I want to create a world where everyone can access the power of crests, where no one has to suffer from having or not having that power.
Huh, that's a pretty big dream. But then wouldn't you end up studying everyone? In that world, you'd be killing yourself trying to do research on every person alive.
Ah, you may be right. But at least then, we wouldn't be the only ones taking such pains. The more people who have crests, the more people who will do research. And with more students, the research will progress far faster than it is today. That also means there would be less of the back and forth you don't have the energy for, which should make you happy.
Maybe so.
Does that still do nothing to pique your interest?
To be brutally honest, it would be way less exhausting, but less satisfying as well. That's like fishing at a market.
So you at least understand that much. That is why I do research. If someone's going to see results someday, then I want it to be me. That's a thought that keeps me moving forward, even when it is difficult to do so.
That sounds like enthusiasm. That's not something I have. But if we work together, I wonder if it would spark that enthusiasm.
Are you saying you would agree to study crests with your old professor?
In the end, I think it would probably be more interesting than fishing alone. I don't even have anyone to show any big fish I catch.
Oh, as it were, I feel very much like someone who's made a catch. But the future shall hold even greater things than that. That's a promise.
I'll cut a bloody path.
Ready for anything.
What's my strategy?
And then counterattack for Yuritsa.
I will wield this power with abandon.
An encouraging display. I'll follow your example.
You're better than I thought.
Watch and learn. Watch and learn.
The grind for the skills on Hubert is very real.
Ready for anything.
I'll cut a bloody path.
There is much
Great. I'm continuing.
Not my...
Great. You're better than I thought.
What? I work.
This.
Just like that. I'm impressed.
Back to the fray.
It is all...
An encouraging display.
Impressive work.
What's my strategy?
I'll cut a bloody path.
Ready for anything.
This...
It is...
Ready for anything.
I'll cut a bloody path. I am not...
What's my strategy?
No matter.
There is still...
I will not let down my guard.
I am not...
This may seem a bit sudden, but I want to thank you, Professor. That is, for letting me live my life the way I want. I've noticed you've been giving me fewer of those soul-revealing gazes lately. I appreciate you making an effort to not trouble yourself over who I spend my time with.
So, you found me out. I don't know what you mean.
Well, of course. Did you think I wouldn't notice? It's kind of sweet in its own way. Professor, may I tell you a story about when I was younger? I was an orphan, living in the back alleys of Enbar, until one day I was overheard singing. That was when my new life began. I was suddenly a songstress in the Middle Franc Opera Company. Performers, nobility. I met so many people. But none of them ever really knew me. I was just some young, pretty girl who could sing. A spectacle to be admired. Even though everyone praised my looks and my voice, and they showered me with gifts, I knew one day I'd be old. My looks would fade, my voice would change. I wouldn't sound the same. And I started to wonder, when I did get old, what would I have left? I'd be old, alone, and back on the streets of the capital, right where I'd started.
I don't believe that's true. I won't let you be alone.
That's sweet of you, even if you are just flirting. I never had much to begin with in life, and I worry that one day I'll be that way again. That's why I keep searching for someone who will love me. Someone unaware of the songstress, who can love a girl that used to be scared and alone on the streets of the capital. I wonder if such a strange person can even exist.
Bless.
A fun...
The battlefield.
I'm a quick step. Guess all that...
Can't say I'm surprised.
Hubert, I have a request to give you, if I may be doing that.
Hello, Petra. How unusually formal.
You are always comparing me against Edelgard. I have been observing you, and you are not often making comparisons like that. So why are you always comparing me? I do not enjoy being compared.
An astute observation. I should point out that such a comparison only reflects well on you. I am perhaps doing so because you are both royalty.
That is not making sense to me. In battle, you and I are the same. Neither of us has a higher rank than general. Edelgard is leading the entire army. But you and I are both leading a part of the army. That should be making us... what is it? Comrades in arms.
Comrades in arms, you say?
When you are looking at me, you are thinking of me compared to Edelgard. But I want you to be looking at me as only myself. Do you have understanding? I do not want you seeing me as foreign royalty, but as your comrade in arms, who is working with you at your side.
Ah, I understand you now. It seems I've done you a great disservice, Petra. Your friendship is important to me. I am sorry that I failed to make that clear. By comparing you to Lady Edelgard, I have treated you merely as one chasing after her shadow. I have done so even while believing that the Empire and Bridget would never go to war again.
Do you really think you can stop comparing? I am knowing well that Edelgard takes a big place inside your heart.
I do not fully understand it. But when I look at you, I simply cannot help but think of Her Majesty. Your past, full of hardship, your unwavering determination, your uncommon excellence. As such, I cannot promise never to compare you. But I will try my best to do so less often.
For now, that will be okay. But I will not be giving up on this. And I want you knowing that one day, when you are comparing, you will be finding I have won the comparison.
What an amusing thing to say. Lady Edelgard's face would contort most bitterly were she to hear it.
Be marking my words, Hubert. One day, between the two of us, you will be choosing me.
I must thank you for lending your expertise to the aid of Her Majesty, Hanneman.
Your gratitude is wasted on me, Hubert. I choose this situation entirely because it benefits me. I could carry out my research anywhere, of course, but that is, as they say, beside the point.
Is that so?
Hubert, there's something I want to tell you. Will you hear me out?
Depends what it is.
It concerns your father.
Then no, absolutely not.
Oh, by all means, cover your ears and run out of the room. I'll still speak the words, for I feel that I must. Your father, the Marquis of Vestra, well, rather the former Marquis of Vestra, was a selfless man. He was practical and never sought power for the sake of power. In that respect, you and he are rather alike. Do you think such a man would so easily betray his emperor, even if led astray by the Prime Minister?
Clearly, yes. That's exactly what he did. He played a large part in the assault on the palace, personally spearheaded the Emperor's capture. The thought of those treacherous arms reaching out for Her Majesty is truly upsetting.
Agreed. Facts are facts. The palace walls are stuffed with countless truths, all of them concealed by the stones and mortar of fact. I hoped you would have the capacity to see the unfettered truth, but I fear that where your father is concerned, your eyes may see only what you wish them to see.
I'll take that under advisement.
Feel free to ignore me. I know full well I have my own blind spots. It's just, I believe your father had something he was trying to protect. Bearing a stain on his honor, being purged by his own son, all in the name of protection. I speak from knowledge, as someone who failed to protect something I held dear.
Let's say you're right. Suppose he did it to protect something he cared about. It doesn't matter. Doesn't change his actions or my judgment of them. My father was a traitor to House Hresvelg, and he deserved what he got. That was me protecting something I care about.
Ah, I can see the right of that. You have chosen your own path, Hubert. Continue protecting what you wish to protect, and I shall support you from the bottom of my heart.
Ferdinand.
Huh? Ah, Petra. Is there something I can help you with?
No, I am not needing help. I was just thinking that you look lonely.
Lonely? In wartime? Hardly. I am too busy trying to survive to feel lonely. But once we have survived, what will you do with yourself, Petra? Return to your home? Edelgard said she would like you to ascend the throne in Bridget, to ensure good relations between the nations.
Yes. My plan is to be returning home. But if Bridget and Fódlan can be friendly, I will be able to have visits whenever I choose. Maybe it is even possible for me to be living in Fódlan.
Live in Fódlan? Do you not want to go back to your homeland?
I do have the hope of returning one day, but Fódlan is also like a homeland to me now. I came to Fódlan 9 years ago. I have been living half of my life here. My family is living in Bridget, but in Fódlan, I have new family and new friends.
New family? I am glad to hear you feel that way about us, Petra. In that case, we will have to make sure that none of us die. We do not want to lose anyone in the family.
Yes, we will be winning, and you will not be dying.
Ha! Do not worry. I do not intend to die. I have some things to do when the war is over.
Things?
Yes. You and I can be the link between Fódlan and Bridget.
Oh.
Okay, I have to confess. I fibbed a little. About not being lonely. When this war ends, I will be quite lonely indeed. If you go back to Bridget.
Is that a truth?
I have just made a decision. I will work as an ambassador, improving relations between our people. Whether you are in Bridget or Fódlan, I will be there too. Then both places can move forward together in eternal friendship. We ought to join forces and make that a reality. Do you not agree?
You have my gratitude, Ferdinand. All of it. I have loneliness just like you. But your words gave me great happiness. Please do what you are saying, and be a bridge for Fódlan and Bridget.
You can count on me. We will keep at it, and one day...
Yes, one day, we will be seeing that future.
So I said, two can play at that game. I told him, a small-time little weasel like you ought to be begging me for attention. Oh, it gets me so mad, so worked up. Why aren't there any men around here who understand what a catch I am? Come to think of it, you've always been nice to me. I mean, you listen to all my problems. I feel like I can really trust you. I don't have that kind of thing with a lot of people.
You're a close friend.
Right, I got it. I knew you'd say we were just friends. I'd like to maybe talk about this once the war is over. Once we're all safe. All right, enough of this moping around. What we need is a change of mood. We've still got a lot to do together. When I think about that, what are 1 or 2 men?
Calm down.
I can't stay calm when I'm like this. What's wrong is, it's not just 1 or 2 men, it's more like 100 men, maybe even 200, more. I'm completely... Oh, I can't get out of this mood. Actually, I've got an idea. Exercise will help. I'm going to the training ground. Come on and give me a hand. Gonna work my anger out on 100 training dummies. Maybe 200 if we've got them.
I love their dynamic.
It's almost time to depart. Are you ready?
Leave it to me.
A promising answer. Whatever happens, never allow your foe to see any weakness. We must pay close attention not only to Claude's schemes, but to the man himself. He's a master archer who wields the legendary bow, Fail Not. He won't fall easily.
Fail not.
It's the relic of House Regan. That bow once belonged to one of the 10 elites. Professor, do you know the true story behind the legend? The relics were created by the hands of mankind. Saros collected them after killing the 10 elites. Saros manipulated the people of the world and defeated the all-powerful King Nemesis.
I thought he was corrupted by his power. Why would she do that?
The Church maintains the false history that he was corrupted and turned evil. However, it was little more than a simple dispute. Should the one leading the people of the world be someone with humanity, or a creature that can merely masquerade as a human at will? In the end, Seiros was victorious. The Immaculate One and her family then took control of Fódlan. I know this because that knowledge is passed down from Emperor to Emperor. And that is because the first Emperor is the human who cooperated with Seiros, allowing humanity to be controlled in secret. Perhaps it's fate that you can wield the sword of the Creator, just like Nemesis, the King of Liberation. And that very fate will lead you to use that sword to stand against those who would distort history.
It seems they've set out from Garreg Mach. That's sooner than expected. Losing the Great Bridge of Myrddin was a serious blow. So is the fact that Teach is still alive. On top of all that, Judith. I told her to run if things look grim. Damn it. So many people will die, and by my call.
And what of it? Would you rather turn tail and run back home?
Nadir, you're really getting on my nerves. Do you have any idea how much of the Alliance adores me and believes in me?
Well, I suppose it's quite a lot. Does that mean that...
Yes, the plan is a go. I'm counting on you, Nadir. We'll make a good show taking down those who would assault Deirdre.
People say our kind may not always win, but we never lose. Let's teach them the real meaning of those words.
Now then, let's see what you're made of, Teach.
Or Master Ferdinand. Capturing Deirdre. After seizing the Great Bridge of Myrddin, the Black Eagle strike force makes its way to Deirdre, the aquatic capital, where Claude awaits.
North of the Great Bridge of Myrddin, the Imperial Army passes through the Allied territory of House Gloucester and invades the land of House Regan, which leads the opposition. They move to attack Claude in the capital, Deirdre, where the leader of the Alliance awaits their arrival.
Here she comes, at long last. I've done all I can to prepare. Let the cards fall where they may. It'll be a true test of strength.
It seems Claude has blockaded the city and occupied the naval port.
If that is the case, he will have no choice but to engage us from there.
Yes, though putting myself in Claude's place leaves me with an unpleasant feeling. If we take over the port and close the entry to the city, Deirdre will be under our control. Each soldier should bear that in mind as they advance.
There are 3 gates which connect Deirdre to its naval port. Taking the city will be easy once we secure all 3.
Enemies are meeting Alliance reinforcements at the front of the gates that lead to Deirdre. Defeat the enemies in front of the gates to stall the reinforcements.
There's no stopping me.
Stride.
I'm grateful. Ready for anything.
Had we not already acquired Lysithia for our own ranks, then the Gremory at the front would be her.
It's over! I must lead them well.
Keep your expectations in check.
Understood. Child's play.
I'll cut a bloody path.
Sunshine.
I'm in.
I'm awake.
For the Empire!
I'll do my best.
More fighting.
Now it's our turn, Elmira's elite. Strike the flanks of the Imperial Army. Those fangs and claws the Alliance fears so much will now be their salvation.
Leave it to us, kiddo. My undefeated streak will live on. Another chapter in my heroic saga.
That flag and banner. Is that the Almiran army? Ugh, you really did it, Claude.
This is no ruse. That is Nadir, an Almiran general.
Take care of them quickly, especially those Almiran wyverns.
Professor, it's been too long. But now we're on opposite sides, huh? What a shame. I am not going to hold back. I can't let down my dear old Claude.
Oh no, it's Hilda. Oh no. Hi, girly. Hi, bestie.
It won't be in vain.
No hesitation!
I must lead them well.
$57 to crit.
You didn't forget about me, did you? Maybe you should just let me go.
Failed. I can't catch a break. The girlies are fighting.
Leave me behind. You must lead the others onward.
Ready for anything.
You didn't forget about me, did you? Maybe you should just let me go.
I will not hold back!
Hilda, I'm sorry.
It's been fun, Claude. Sorry to go so soon.
Hilda! Why didn't you retreat? I counted on you retreating.
For the Empire! I'll strike you down! Your death is not in vain.
What's my strategy?
Understood.
I'm in.
I'll cut a bloody path. What a bother. I'm awake.
I'll do my best.
There's no stopping me.
More fighting.
Sunshine.
The Almiran reinforcements keep coming. We should try to eliminate Nadir.
Let's keep up the pace! My ambitions are within...
Foolish.
All is for victory! If I live, I fight. I will not back down one step! I will see this war through.
For the fate of Fódlan.
Step aside.
Don't expect any sympathy.
I'm doing this for the win!
Today I was lucky.
We don't have the guts to resist anymore. Here, you can have this. Just please don't attack the city.
I never planned to touch the city. Our target is the Alliance and their leader, Claude.
I think...
No time for pity.
It's over! This could turn the tides.
Pathetic.
Try harder.
All is for victory! This is the cost of war.
they were sure to perish. I have grown marginally stronger. Thanks so much.
Waste of time.
I will not let down my guard.
All is going to plan.
Guess all the fighting paid off. Yay?
Close.
This could turn the tides.
No hesitation!
Another victory. This could turn the tides.
Keep your expectations.
Shouldn't strain myself.
I owe you.
Everyone's equal in battle.
I must lead them well.
It's over.
There's no turning back now.
Teach, you should have chosen me instead of Edelgard. No point in whining about it now, I suppose. Sorry, but I'll be taking the win today. Pull out all the stops.
It's been 30-odd years since I first set foot on a field of battle. Here's a taste of my undefeated strength.
So this is how it ends. What's my strategy?
It's been 30... Sorry, kiddo. It seems we'll have to withdraw.
You've done enough, Nadir. Just stay alive. We'll meet again one day.
We have forced the Almyran forces to flee. I doubt they're expecting more reinforcements.
Here is something to believe in! It won't be in vain. It's over! I must lead them well. Here is something to believe in! It won't be in vain.
Keep your expectations in check.
For the Empire!
We haven't seen each other since Garreg Mach. You've grown lovelier than ever, Edelgard.
You're not so unfortunate yourself. And as usual, you're here at a most inopportune moment.
Well, I'm sure we have much to talk about. But how about we settle things first?
No objections here. Prepare yourself, Claude.
Enough! You've bested me. If I die here, the Alliance becomes part of the Empire.
Do you yield then? You've never known when to give up.
Well, I can't just surrender so easily. I'm responsible for the others. If you're as smart as you seem, I bet you figured out why I was able to summon Almyran reinforcements. Wouldn't it be better to let me go and have me in your debt?
Will you spare Claude? This man married me in a previous space-time and then immediately left for another country to go and do a job overseas. Left me heartbroken, and you expect me to take that lightly? Excuse me, but you're also not a buy option. There is only one choice.
I see. Right until the very end, I've read this whole thing terribly wrong. All my hopes have fallen to ash. It's all up to you now, Edelgard. I hope you really do make the world better.
Everybody, raise your voices in a victory cheer. Deirdre is ours.
And I took that personally.
Deirdre is ours. The Alliance has collapsed and their leader has fallen.
Did we really have to kill him?
If Claude had lived, the faction of the Alliance that is against the Empire would never have stopped fighting us. To keep the bloodshed to a minimum, he had to be taken out of the equation. However, now that it's over, I can't help but wonder if he was in complete control of that entire situation. What will become of the Alliance without him? He must have taken that into account. Without the rule of House Regan, and with most of that territory left unscathed, the Alliance will undoubtedly ally itself with the Empire. The citizens' lives will be saved from ruin, and no more blood will be shed. Perhaps that's what he wanted from the start.
That sounds like Claude.
Of course, if his plan here in Deirdre had worked and I had lost my life, the opposite would have come to pass. The Empire would have rushed to the Alliance without further conflict. No matter how the battle unfolded, Claude secured the shortest, most peaceful outcome possible.
Lady Edelgard, Deirdre is now completely under our control. As planned, the Alliance's affairs will now be overseen by Count Berglies.
My father is coming here? First west, then east. You sure keep him busy.
Should the others return to the monastery and prepare to face the kingdom?
Yes, thank you, Hubert. Thanks to all of your efforts, our battle with the Alliance has reached its conclusion. However, we still can't afford to be careless. We must now join the battle against the Kingdom. With the strength of the Church on their side, they will prove to be a formidable enemy. More than ever, your support is invaluable. We'll need it in the days to come. But for now, let's enjoy our triumphant return.
Let's get to it!
I'm so happy that the end of the fighting is near. Too bad there's still more violence to come.
The Kingdom and the Church of Seros are worthy for fighting. I will crush them into very small pieces.
Crushing wouldn't yield a lot of pieces, but I guess it would get the job done. With the Professor, we can't lose. Probably.
Oh no. Are we fighting Lady Rhea? But she's scary, and she'll be really angry. But no way she can stay in her spooky beast form all the time, right? If she could, she would have come and attacked the monastery as many times as she wanted.
It may be wishful thinking, but perhaps it is a power that she can only access when the situation is dire. But whether she is the Archbishop or the Immaculate One, we cannot be stopped. Half remains, but half is finished. We are certainly moving forward.
No one can stop us from pushing forward. No one.
When you love someone, you have to let them go, and he was too smart to let live. We're gonna leave it on that somber note this time, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.